But speaking of mentally challenged individuals, one of the guys in the next segment would have been mentally challenged if I'd have been around, because I would have taken a hammer to his head. I have never seen, even on an AEW television show, this level of just unprofessionalism from some dipshit jack that nobody's ever seen or heard of before. Must have been somebody's brother-in-law. Somebody loaned him some tights. I can't believe he ever got booked on a wrestling show or made it through any kind of school acting the way he did. Did you see the two job guys they put Hobbs in with after they beat Hobbs on the pay-per-view?
I was wondering what you were talking about.
For no reason. Then they decide to rehabilitate him by letting him beat up two guys on this TV show. Both of the jobbers looked horrible. Okay, I'm sorry. And they've got FTR and they've got Edge in town. They ought to know two legitimate, decent-looking, athletic indie guys that could come and do a job on national television for who knows how much money. But instead, these two fucking illegitimate sons of goddamn homeless bums under the overpass in Hendersonville. That's North Carolina, in case you're not familiar with the Asheville area. One guy was being a comedian. Did you see it?
I did, and one guy was somewhat smaller even for AEW amongst the wrestlers.
But the comedian was what got me. That's the one I said earlier in the show. If it had been at OVW, at a wrestling school television taping, and I'd seen him do that, I would have come out from behind the announce desk and pulled him out of the ring myself. He was being a fucking comedian, overacting and trying to draw attention to himself like a jack-off. Phony bullshit. His shit looked horrible. And I want somebody that knows who this motherfucker is to play this for him, so he will know that if Jim Cornette ever saw him in a goddamn wrestling match, I would hit the ring with my tennis racket and I dare you, you fucking fat, slobby, pissy-looking asshole, do something about it. I've never seen this level of unprofessionalism. The boys should have been waiting for him in the back to kick the shit out of him for acting that way on national television. Fucking asshole. And this is what Hobbs has got to put up with. A fucking star ready to happen. But he's got to deal with these children and their fucking mark bullshit and their playing of the parts of the wrestlers without actually being them. And this guy was playing, oh, I'm going to act scared. Look, I'm pointing at him, how scared I am. And oh, I'm trepidatious and I'll chop him. But oh, I can't hurt him because you hit him like Aunt Clara on Bewitched. Fucking floating, deflated truck stop novelty condom.
Jesus.
Anyway, so that was that guy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously this was his big night, his big nationwide TV debut, and Max, he went all out and did all of his shtick. And
I can't, again, that's the kind of shit that guys used to be thrown out in the alley behind a building with their bag on top of them for, and never to be booked again.
Guys didn't want funny jobbers?
No.
You didn't want funny jobbers
no.
doing bits?
There's no call for funny jobbers doing bits.